Okay, if these pictures don't put a smile on your face, I don't know what will. This month is full of so many opportunities to take magical and also meaningful photos of your families. And these are the photos that make all these memories last a lifetime. That sounds like a cheesy line, but it's so true. And today, photographer Alicia Snow is here to show us how to capture the shots that count, plus a few other just for fun shots that will earn you some cool camera mom points. Your photos there set the bar, but can the average momtographer really pull off this kind of magic?
Oh, for sure. I think that that's the key, is just capturing the magic. Whether you're using a fancy camera or your phone or whatever, it's just all about capturing the magic of the season. And there's so much magic. And so I'm always intent on capturing, my kids in that magical moment.
You do it. I mean, no one does it better than you. Can we start with those snow photos? We've got a storm brewing in the air, so it seems like a good time to talk about how to use that white blanket canvas as a good background. Give us some pointers.
Absolutely. And like you said, that's a great tip, is it's a white canvas. It's just blank. It's a great reflector. The snow's a great reflector into their faces.
I've heard that, but it makes your skin tone look really good.
It does. It is really great. However, if it's sunny outside, if you're taking them in the sun, it can almost be a little too much, like it's reflecting a little too much. So you need to make sure that it's better if it's overcast, but if you're in the sun, it's fine. You can get some cool sparkles in the snow and things like that.
I like seeing the accessories, the hats, the gloves, the scarves. Any tips there on how to stage accessories that look natural was what I was going to say, but any tips on how to work those accessories
for
your
sure.
advantage?
If you're actually like going out to take photos in the snow, like an actual photo shoot, try going for more muted tones, no neons, things like that, because you've already got the brightness of the snow. It's better to have kind of more of those muted tones that makes it a little bit more, you want the focus to be on the child. And so when you have those kind of darker hats and gloves and scarves and all that, then it kind of puts the focus on their face instead of on those bright accessories.
Right. You and I are trying to find a day to get Emmy out in the snow because, of course, I bought a photo-worthy coat that now is demanding pictures. I mean, right? It just comes with the purchase.
Right.
But one thing you said surprised me. I said, we can't do this and this day because it's set to snow. And you said, no, that's actually okay.
Yeah, snow is great. It makes it magical. One tip, though, if you're taking pictures of your kids in the snow, put an umbrella over you, not only to protect your camera, but when the snow is falling right in front of your lens, you're going to get those big blobs of snow in front of your lens instead of what you're photographing.
Right.
So if you have an umbrella over your camera, then the snow will fall in front of it, and then it won't be like right there in front of your lens.
It's not blurring up or smudging or fogging your shot.
Exactly.
What about the action shots? We saw your cute little boy, throwing the snowball midair.
Yeah, I actually staged that specifically for him. I faced him towards the sun, so that when he was throwing it, it really just sparkled. The snow was just sparkling in the air. When you're throwing snow, blowing snow, get the really, light, fresh snow, and then it just kind of blows all over. Stand back a little bit, or else it'll just blow right into your camera. But those are really fun shots.
Those are magic.
They are. They're magical.
They're beautiful. Speaking of magic, let's go to Christmas morning. And this is a setting where you don't want to do a lot of staging. You just want to let it happen. However, how can we let it unfold and get photos that we might want to even blow up, frame, and treasure for years to come?
I literally have probably 5 photos from Christmas morning in the past 10 years because I really want to be present in the moment. So I'll take pictures of my kids coming out, right out, I'll go out there first and set it up and take pictures of them coming out and then set it down and just be in the moment. And that's fine. I have pictures of the night before. I take pictures of the tree the night before, of them sleeping, on Christmas Eve.
Don't worry about it the morning of.
Cookies for Santa, things like that. Yeah, don't worry about it the morning of. If you want to take a couple of them coming out, that's great because their expressions on their face are so fun. But, don't go all out and take a ton of pictures.
I like that advice. Yeah. Don't fuss. Just be there. Be in the moment. Enjoy. And you can go back later and stage or capture.
Playing with their gifts, things like that. Yeah.
What about the tree pictures? We see oftentimes, this is a picture that I've yet to get, but I'd love to capture, the babies, the little kids by the Christmas tree, and the lights of the tree is just illuminating their face. Any tricks to getting that shot?
Yeah, absolutely. The first thing is don't rely on just the lights from the tree. When you're taking pictures of just your tree by itself, then turn off all the lights and just, get those pictures of the lights on the tree. But if you have someone in front of the tree, make sure that they're in front of like a window or something so that you can have some light on their face. Otherwise, it'll be dark and blurry. You'll get a silhouette. And silhouettes are great too to play around with. But look for things that are reflective on the tree, globes and mirrors and things like that make the tree kind of sparkle and light up, and you can get some great photos that way.
Oh, that's an amazing shot. We just saw your little guy peeking through the ornament, peeking through the lights. Should you use a tripod for these type of pictures?
Yes, for sure. It's dark, especially if you want to focus on the lights of the tree. Use a tripod because you might get some blurry photos because it's a little bit darker when you're taking tree photos.
And we don't want blurry photos, but one photo we might want a little blur on are those blurry light photos where you see kind of the lights all washed around your subject.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you get those?
Those are great. You need to set your subject back farther from the backdrop.
You're going to demonstrate
let's walk on
for us?
over and I'll show you.
Okay.
So it's a super easy setup. There's nothing much to it. This is just some paper that I have, but you can use a blanket, you can use anything. And then just string your lights however you want. So the trick is not to place your subject too close to the backdrop. If they're right here, you're gonna see the strings of the lights, you're gonna see, you know, all the details that you don't wanna see.
Right.
If they're more in front, you know, a few feet in front, yeah. And then, so the trick is to have them in front, but also to have the photographer, and I'm actually gonna use you for a second.
You be the photographer.
Okay, I'll be the photographer.
That makes sense.
So if you place them about right here, you also wanna be taking the picture really close. That way you're going to get the blur in the background and you're not going to get...
So your phone is close to your subject.
So your phone is close to your subject and your subject is far from the background. And that way you'll be able to get the blurriest lights in the background.
And we were looking at some of the results of this little setup right there, and it is so magical.
It is.
That word
magical.
Like 50 times.
And they're traditional, you know, there's nothing to it, but they turn out so great just because of those fun little lights in the background.
And this is such a simple setup to throw up in a couple of minutes.
It's super easy to do. Yes, it's
All
very
right,
easy.
Elisha, great advice. As always, where can we see more of your work?
Elisha Snow Photography on Instagram is where you can find me.
You should follow her and watch for a soon-to-come picture of a little girl in a darling trench coat. I'm just saying, it's coming soon. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.